Welcome, Gemini. This is your weekly Taroscope reading for December the 7th through to the 13th, 2015. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly from the bottom of my heart for all of the support that you give me each and every day. Now let's get to you. Let's get to your energy of the week. And we start with the Seven of Swords. Now, I'm looking at the other cards, and I would almost think that the Seven of Swords is getting your priorities in straight this week with where you want to go. It's not about wondering what everybody else is doing or what everybody else is thinking, but what really truly matters to you. What you truly feel that you need in order to go forward with a strength, with a determination, or what you don't need. Okay, because you are leaving two swords behind here. So I wouldn't worry so much about what other people are thinking about your path forward as what you personally think about your path forward. And really zoning in on your needs, your wants, your desires. What is applicable in your life and what is not. What you need in order to go forward and what you need to leave behind. But it's on, I think, more of a personal level than it would be from outside forces coming in this week, because we have the Ten of Cups here. Okay, now this is definitely within any kind of relationship, it's going to be beautiful, it's going to be bountiful. So look for opportunities to get together with close loved ones, business partnerships, people that you work with, people in the community, close friends. Okay, because there's this energy, this happily ever after kind of energy where you can strengthen bonds this week and really walk towards your happily ever after. We have the Queen of Cups right next to it, and the Queen of Cups is once again reminding us to love ourselves, to love our dreams, our passions, our wants, to not really, she sits there very relaxed, very much a sense of a peace of mind. So she's comfortable with who she is. She has that inner self-confidence. And she's acting on love, and I think that's a very big part of it as well for you this week. To lead with your heart, especially in relationships. Now we have the Three of Swords right in the middle. And so where the placement is at, I would think that you have maybe come through a very hard time, and this is a time of recuperation. Okay, and I think it's matters of the heart again. Okay, so if you have been at odds with somebody, or there's been a lot of bickering or a lot of fighting or standoffs, I think this is the time where you recharge your batteries, you recuperate, you understand the way forward now within the relationship or relationships. Because I don't think it's just one relationship that is really affected this week. And I think that through thinking things through understanding the balance that needs to be. Okay, and our thoughts might be a little bit filled with turmoil here. As we go through the thinking process, it might even be where you really need to look at the other person's footsteps in their path to understand where they are coming from. This could give you actually energy into new, magical, wonderful ways of doing things. So we have the High Priestess here. Okay, so the High Priestess is definitely a new beginnings, a new energy, a new sparkle. In love relationships, I mean, this is passion, this is lust, this is, yeah, over the top passion and desire and happiness and joy. Okay, the High Priestess is very similar in many ways to the Magician because she brings in magic. She brings in beauty. She brings in new beginnings. She brings in a sparkle where there wasn't any. So especially if you have relationships that have been in a rut, are almost seeming to go backwards, this is where it can be strengthened. You can have the new beginnings or a new beginning of a relationship completely. Because I think you sparkle this week. I think you shine this week. So you could very well attract somebody new and beautiful into your life, or a best friend, or a business partner, depending on your personal path and where you're going. We have justice here. Okay, so we are looking for the harmony. We are looking for the fairness. We are looking for the balance. And we need those things in place before we can go forward. Now, I think it's very much with relationships this week. It's about your heart. It's about allowing the magic to come in. It's about going with the flow, I think, a little bit. But at the end of the day, you want to bring in more harmony into your life. You want to feel the firmness underneath your feet. You want to feel that solid foundation. You want to feel the balance within. I would have to say it's a lot about relationships this week. So it's about striving for the balance in relationships. It's striving for the fairness in relationships. Maybe this is a beautiful week to have those conversations where you feel there is an imbalance, so that you can work towards the balance that needs to be. Okay, and remember our first card, the Seven of Swords. So it's first you getting clear on what will bring balance, fairness, happiness into your life. What is needed, what definitely is not needed. And then once you understand it, have the clarity, that's when the conversations can happen with other people and you get the desired results. You get the, the hint of magic coming in, siding with you, allowing people to realize what you are trying to get across to them, and you might even realize what they have been trying to get across to you. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.